Hey, 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 welcome to the loneliest night of the week, and welcome to the loneliest show in all of the internet. Welcome once again to a very, very special Sam Roberts. Now I am your host, the last professional broadcaster, Sam Roberts. So happy that we could join you tonight. Who is this we? You speak of lonely. Who is this we? Well, of course, this we is not the royal we. It is the only we that we could possibly fathom on a night like tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Hot Dog is our we. Hot Dog.
Good evening,
Yes.
Sam. Happy Friday.
Thank you, Hot Dog. And
I'm feeling a little bit lonelier right now because I cannot see you. All I see is my beautiful mug on the screen.
Well, lucky you. How about now?
Nope. Still me.
Well, we'll have to figure it out. I mean, lucky for you, they can see you.
Yes.
So, and that ultimately is what you're all here to see. Watch this. See, I'll even show you. You want to see Hot Dog? I forgot to do it. I forgot to resize it for you, so it's not the usual thing. I always forget one little detail. I knew I had forgotten one thing. However, that won't remain. No. Because there he is. Yes. Just that quickly. Hang on.
Oh.
Hang on. You're going to love it. There he is. The one and only, back in the power corner, Hot Dog. You still can't see me though, huh?
I can't see you, Sam. I think it's a Zoom issue. It says that there's no feed. It just has your name on it.
No feed at all? How about?
Yeah, you know. Like
how about right now, huh?
Go.
Look at me.
There we go.
See?
Look at that beautiful mug.
Who needs, and people go like this, how do you deal with Hot Dog? I go, who needs a competent producer when you can figure everything out yourself? Welcome to Sam Roberts Now, huh?
Troubleshooting 101.
That's right.
Until we get it.
Everybody goes like this. This is why I love a peek behind the curtain, because people go like this, Sam, you're too hard on Hot Dog. And then I give them a peek behind the curtain and they go, Sam, you're far too easy on Hot Dog. I don't understand why you're so good to him. Well, we have to be good to the ones close to us. Of course, we lost a real one. We lost Bray Wyatt. We'd be foolish not to mention that. I mean, I'm going to go into a lot more detail on it over on the Notsam Wrestling channel. So, of course, we'll be there to talk about it. But the whole wrestling world is, of course, grieving at the loss of, somebody who's going to go down in history as one of the true originals. And I think somebody who's going to inspire, multiple generations to just try new stuff to expand the art form of pro wrestling. And I love it. So rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. Easily one of my favorites of the modern era, if not of all time. And we'll talk a ton about it on the wrestling podcast. Anything to say, Hot Dog? I didn't want to stop you from...
He's pretty much one of the best creative minds.
Unbelievable.
Probably, yeah. I was going to say in the last decade or so, but maybe of all time.
You'd have to consider of all time, because the stuff that he was doing was so, not only was it so hard to pull off in general, but especially hard to pull off in 2023. The idea, in the 2020s in general, right? The idea of a horror movie villain come to life, and wrestling fans are actually going to buy it, and boy, did they buy it. You know what I mean? It's
like you would think the Firefly Funhouse would be a complete dud.
Right. And also the whole meta nature of everything that he did, people would think it would go over fans' heads, right? Because we're all so dumb. But it didn't. We're not dumb. We're paying attention when the story's good, and I think he proved that. And I think what a positive contribution, and a wonderful guy too. So we'll have a lot more to say about it on the wrestling podcast. I promise you that. But let's get lonely. Let's get serious. Let's get to the topics at hand this evening. I saw people are trying to figure this out. I saw some people actually having this conversation. You know who this is, Hot Dog?
That is DC Universe's Blue Beetle.
I'm surprised you knew.
My favorite.
It was 50-50 for me whether he would even know who this character is, and that's not a shot at you. The Blue Beetle, they're saying, they've officially thrown the towel in. I don't know who they is, but just the public consensus is that it's officially flopped, I believe. There's no more. No, it's still good. It's still good. It was a $100 million budget for this movie. It made about $25 million opening weekend. I think so far it's somewhere in the $50 million ballpark, still only half of its budget, and who knows what they spent on advertising. I mean, I don't think I saw one advertisement for it, so hopefully they spent zero on advertising. But, yes, still only half of the budget coming in, and I legit saw a thing where DC said that, a lot of the slow opening weekend, tropical storms, the weather. I was like, oh, it was the weather. The weather. The weather. Had the weather been better, this would have been...
I've never heard of that excuse.
That's
for a
right.
movie release ever.
That's right.
The weather's very local.
Well, it was bad in Los Angeles specifically, and that's where the bean counters are, in Los Angeles. Like, where are movie producers?
They are in LA. Yeah?
Right. So they were like, did you see the weather? And they were like, oh, good point. Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah. No, this is a James Gunn movie, right? Like, this counts because you've been trying to like, I'm like sitting here going, that's another W for Dwayne Johnson. That's another W for Dwayne Johnson. But when The Flash flopped, you were like, well, technically, that's not really a James Gunn thing. Technically, this one has to be, right? Or no?
No.
What? When does what do you no? Come, it doesn't. Just because they don't do well doesn't mean they're not James Gunn movies.
Well, this movie was already produced, I believe, by the time James Gunn came in. James Gunn's only been around for a year. This is not anything to do with James Gunn. This is
this wasn't part of James Gunn's DCU.
I believe it officially is a part of James Gunn's DCU, but he had nothing to do with the development of this movie.
What about the production of it?
No, he just included but he just included this one, and he said this one stays as part of the DCU.
But he
does that click with you? Like he didn't make it, Sam. He wasn't in charge of the story, or
I don't see how. If he's been there for a year, and they said this movie took less time to make than a rom-com. I read an article that said this movie took less time to make than a rom-com. I don't understand, like how far into the future is it before there's any sort of scratching your head about James Gunn?
Next summer.
Okay, another year.
Yes.
Another year. Okay.
Movies take a while. I'll look this up for you. Hold on. Blue Beetle game development.
No. Don't just say, is this count as a James Gunn movie? Don't start timetabling me. Technically, I don't know what your investment is. I don't know if you've got some personal vendetta against The Rock. Six Crow says it's not a James Gunn movie, but he is going to use him. That's what I said. No, you didn't say that. You said some crazy shit. You just said words.
It's not a James Gunn. He wasn't in charge of it. He didn't produce it. He didn't develop it, but he is keeping it as part of the new DCU universe.
So this movie was finished a year ago.
Yeah. I mean, a timeline makes sense. It's a movie. It wasn't finished last week.
Okay, so it's either last week or 1 year. It's the other 51 weeks don't count at all. It's just either 1 or 52, nothing in between.
I'm looking through Wikipedia
it's
right
a
now.
movie. Like, okay, do they usually just finish movies and then wait a year and then release them? Is that usually what they do?
Let's see. In April, Blue Beetle was included in DC slate of films that were expected to be released in 2022.
Okay. So they committed to a Blue Beetle movie, but that doesn't mean much. I mean, they committed to Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
The filming began in early 2022.
And when? Okay, so filming began in early 2022. When did James Gunn take over DCU?
James Gunn, DCU. Choice.
M. King says, I think the first James Gunn movie, DC movie, starts with the new Superman.
Right. I did read that as well. Yes.
Okay.
And
so when did James Gunn take over?
2024.
But is that the one he's directing? Because I didn't see he's directing every single one. Is he directing that Superman or no? We don't know.
He's not directing, I don't believe. Okay. In December 2022, James Gunn announced that he was writing a film about. Okay, he is writing Young Superman. Yes.
Okay, I'm not saying that that's his movie, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also in charge of DCU, right? He's not just
right.
So that's what I'm asking. When did he take over DCU?
It doesn't show up in Wikipedia.
Oh, then it must be impossible to find out.
I'm looking. I'm pulling up a lot of stuff here.
Okay, Not Sam Lehman sent a super chat. Thank God for Not Sam Lehman. That says James Gunn was not involved in the development of Blue Beetle or the upcoming Aquaman 2. The first movie he will be involved in is Superman, coming out in 24-25. Okay, but I'm not asking if he's in the development of it. I'm asking if he's like, yep, I put my name behind this. Like, if you recall, he said The Flash was maybe the greatest superhero movie of all time.
He did. Yeah.
Okay, all right. This is what I'm saying. That when you get put in charge, I'm not just saying is he in charge of every single aspect of it. I'm saying is this one of his movies in the sense that these are his babies. Go ahead, Hot Dog.
No, October 2022 is when it was announced.
Is when he was announced.
He was announced, yes.
Meaning they probably already finished filming Blue Beetle.
Already baked.
Okay, yep. Okay, but he was part of the post everything on it. He was around for the planning stages for it, the release of it. He's seen it. He's like, "Yep, this is going to be one of our movies." Okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I was asking.
And I don't see how you can give him blame. To give him an L for this one if it was like a child that was already adopted and it was there. He didn't spawn this kid.
Wait. So you're saying if one of your children goes to jail for murder, except they were adopted, then that's not your fault. That's not your thing. That's not you.
I think a better example would be if you married someone and now your stepson ended up murdering someone.
But you married them.
You weren't around for the formative years.
They were like
raised that kid.
17 years old when you married them.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I can accept that. I'm not okay. I can accept that.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm glad we got there. I mean, wouldn't it have made sense for him to scrap like everything DCU was doing and just go like, you know what, let's do nothing. I mean, maybe that's like crazy to say from a business perspective, but I would think he's like, I mean, the DC universe is so damaged. Let's not put movies out for like a year and a half, 2 years, and then just put out bangers after that. Like give people a palate cleanser, give people time to breathe. Because right now, if they're putting out flops, and then Superman 2 comes out, people are going to walk in, even if it's great. And it could be great. James Gunn's done great movies. But if all the movies leading up to Superman 2 have shit the bed, people aren't going to give Superman 2 a fair shake, right?
No, I agree with that. But again, it's probably just a business decision. You can't just scrap 3 movies. Maybe
of course you can scrap 3 movies. They literally scrapped one. They scrapped Batgirl. And they shit all over Black Adam.
They did.
Yeah. But so, I mean... Yeah, when Black Adam came out, they like, that's what I'm saying. When Black Adam came out, James Gunn was like, not mine. Nope. No. I think it stinks. That one sucks. No.
That's because it was Black Adam.
You think it was a racial thing?
Yeah.
I think it was The Rock. Because remember when Black Adam came out, The Rock was like, yeah, I'm gonna kind of spearhead the new DCU. And James Gunn was like, picture that. Yeah, okay. Well,
or he finally had someone who was taking credit for this L that was about to happen in Black Adam, and James Gunn was just like, all right, bet.
Yeah. You think for Blue Beetle he should have gone to like this kid from Karate Kid or Cobra Kai and been like, you should probably tell people that you're going to take over the DCU. You should probably let people know that you're in charge now, and then slam him.
I have George Lopez take charge because if anyone's watching the movie, it's for George Lopez.
That's true. George Lopez, yeah, because he had beef with the young comedian. What's his name? Everybody loves him.
The young comedian, Hispanic.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't remember the name, but I heard.
You know what I'm talking about. Everybody loves him. George Lopez took an L on that one. So look, people are.
Oh yes, he was on Schultz. I know who you're talking about.
Okay,
yes.
All right. Yeah, Ralph, maybe not. I think that there's a couple things going on.
Ralph Barboza. Yeah.
I'm good. There's a couple of things going on here. Number one, the reason we talked about this with the Flash, the reason nobody went to see Blue Beetle is because nobody knows who Blue Beetle is. That's it. That's the only reason. You can't like, and this is what James Gunn has done that's ruined superhero movies, is convince people that it doesn't matter if you know the characters or not, because that's what everybody says. I go, stop thinking that superhero movies about a superhero no one's ever heard of is going to make $400 million. And they go, what about Guardians of the Galaxy? I go, what about Guardians of the Galaxy? It's an outlier. That one is an outlier. What about Guardians of the Galaxy 2? By the time Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out, everybody knew it from Guardians of the Galaxy 1. James Gunn did an excellent job with Guardians of the Galaxy. That didn't prove that superhero movies where nobody knows the superheroes are going to make $400 million. That proved that one movie was really good. Plus, they had Chris Pratt. They had, stars.
Chris Pratt wasn't a star.
Chris Pratt, he was already
Guardians made him a star.
He was already a star. He was on magazine covers already.
I think back then his biggest claim to fame was still Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec was huge.
It was, but it wasn't a Hollywood blockbuster. It wasn't like a easy, safe movie.
No.
Like, oh, we got Chris Pratt.
He was bigger than Cobra Kai.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Blue Beetle Cobra Kai is bigger than him. No, look, there's no... I'm not I love Guardians of the Galaxy. And the reason Guardians of the Galaxy did well is because it's an unusually good movie. Like it's atypically good. It's because James Gunn did an excellent job and all the performers did great. And let's be honest, Dave Bautista's portrayal of Drax is incredible.
Vin Diesel did a great job.
Vin Diesel did an incredible job. It revived Vin Diesel. He was out. Everybody was like, The Rock and Vin Diesel are beefing. I'm not feeling Vin Diesel anymore. Guardians came out. Vin Diesel's just going, I am Groot. And everybody's like, we love this guy. He's great. Bradley Cooper's a raccoon, for God's sakes. Bradley Cooper is an A-lister.
How much do you think you get paid for doing voiceovers for Groot?
If you're Vin Diesel, first movie, not that much. Second and third, quite a bit of money. Because the first movie, it's like a gag, right? But then the second and third, you can't have Vin Diesel out here doing interviews saying, that's not me saying I am Groot anymore. You know what I mean?
Right, The gag is you see the credits and then you go, fucking Vin Diesel.
Right.
Right.
And you can't give up that gag for the sequel or the third one. So that's where the paycheck comes in.
Okay.
But yeah, okay, so there's a few things going on here. Number one, you can't make superhero movies that nobody knows who the superhero is. That's crazy. It's a crazy thing to do. They keep doing it. It's nuts. Doctor Strange ruined that too. Everybody was like, well, if Doctor Strange is an outlier too. Marvel was on an insane hot streak that kind of ruined the future of film because everybody thinks that they can repeat that success and they can't. That's why it's an insane hot streak. It's never going to happen again or it won't happen anytime soon.
I disagree with the first notion that you need a superhero that you know. I mean, I just think that this isn't a good movie. And
people said it was a good movie. The reviews are all good.
People said Blue Beetle was a good movie.
All the reviews have been good.
It wasn't good enough to offset the fact that people don't know Blue Beetle and the fact that DCU has been taking huge L's back to back to back to back.
Which
it's a combination of a bunch of things.
DCU taking L's all nonstop is not helpful.
It's not helping.
It's not helpful at all. And Guardians of the Galaxy benefited from that insane hot streak that Marvel was on. It's the same thing I said with Doctor Strange. But that has more to do with the outlier of the insane hot streak that Marvel was on. You can in 2023, do not make superhero movies about superheroes nobody knows who they are. You're not going to get another Ant-Man. It's not happening. It won't happen.
But I will say if Blue Beetle, as is, exactly the movie that it is right now, was a Marvel Studios production and not a DCU production, it would have made a lot more money.
It would have made more money, but not as much. You know what the trick would have been? The exact movie with the Marvel label on it in 2019. That would have made money. If you put Blue Beetle out in 2018, 2019 with a big red M on it, you've got your 400 million, no doubt, 100%. But we don't live.
Did you not enjoy Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings?
Insane. Why? It's a nuts concept. It's crazy.
Well, I believe it. I believe it did well, though.
I think it did well too. I think it did well too.
Yes.
But Marvel is not going to continue to be able to keep doing that.
Right. Look, Shang-Chi budget was 150 to 200 million, but box office was 432 million. And out of every single comic book movie that I've heard of being released in the last 20 years, Shang-Chi, you could have just pulled that out of your fucking ass.
That's
Blue
true.
Beetle, I would be like, oh, is that a superhero? Shang-Chi, I've not a fucking clue in the world.
Not a clue. No, you're right. You're right. But especially DC, it's like you got to stop thinking we can do that too. No, you can't. Of course you can't. And you got to stop with these like, can you like the audacity of somebody in a meeting room going like, yeah, it's a good idea to earmark $100 million for a Blue Beetle movie. Why would you spend that much on a Blue Beetle movie? That's like a crazy, crazy thing to do. Like that, Blue Beetle's budget should be $12 million. That's the budget of Blue Beetle, the movie. And you go, well, you can't do a Blue Beetle movie for $12 million. Well, there's your answer.
Make it work. Figure it out.
That's it. Make it work.
Just Steve Jobs it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, if you make a really good, like, I feel like Marvel really made their comeback. People were willing to listen to them when the Spider-Man movies were good. It's like, okay, Spider-Man's cool. I can listen to you. Then Iron Man came out, and Iron Man was so good. It was like, yeah, we'll go to movies for the next 3 years if you keep doing them exactly like this. So they said, okay, we're going to do them exactly like this. It's going to be pretty much the same thing over and over and over again. And people are like, okay, agreed. DC hasn't given us that first movie, that Iron Man, where it's like, okay, this is the blueprint. We'll plug and play going forward. Because, so you can't do a Blue Beetle until you give me a plug and play. Does that make sense?
I think, it does make sense, but I think DC should focus on its standalone movies and not try to do a universe like Marvel.
I think that's a good idea too. I don't know. Everybody's obsessed with these universes. Like if all you need one movie. Like when Iron Man maybe they were, I don't know. But I think that a lot of people were not. The whole premise of this like superhero universe concept being as big as it was going to get, I don't think was really in a lot of people's heads when the first Iron Man came out. They eased us in. And we thought it was cool, right? By the time Civil War came out, we were in. Like, yep, just keep doing this. This is awesome.
And then you get bangers like the Batman movie with fucking vampire dude over here, and they're amazing.
I love emo Batman. It's my favorite Batman. A lot of people don't like emo Batman, though. And it's tough but they tried to build a universe around emo Batman. Weren't we supposed to get emo Penguin?
I disagree with a lot of people dislike emo Batman. A lot of people love emo Batman.
That's true, but a lot of people don't. When that movie came out,
I don't think so. That's a lot. Like you'd be hard pressed to find someone who disliked that movie.
Bro, you hang out only with girls, only. Like, there's a lot of people that were like, "Come on, 3 hours with emo Batman." I'm with you. I'm not criticizing it. Okay. I loved it, but reality being reality. You know, I guess Logan Paul must have liked it, so you think everybody likes it.
and it doesn't feel formulaic. It doesn't feel like every other movie.
No,
it
has
its own thing. This was like a mystery. What is it called? Like the old school film noir.
Noir.
Yeah, it was great. Do that.
Well, you can't just keep doing that.
That's the formula.
Yeah, I mean, I'd watch more emo Batman movies. Totally. But
Joker, fine film.
But they did, yeah, but that's not even. But they do try to build a universe out of anything. Like they instantly were like, "Oh, everybody likes the Batman. Let's build a universe." It's like, whoa, just relax. Make a sequel. Make a sequel. Easy. Don't you want to see more about the Penguin? Not really. No. I'd like Batman to go on another adventure. If you got another emo Batman adventure to go on, I'll watch that.
Also, no more Joker. We don't need Joker for a while.
Right. Just chill.
Bring back Arnold. Let him do something.
You think Mr. Freeze Arnold versus emo Batman, that would kind of be your thing?
Have an ice day.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. And emo Batman, just one tear down his cheek. And it gets frozen.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
That was good. No, I remember. Wow, shout outs to DC. I hope they succeed. I think they'll get there. They'll get there. I think they got to chill out for a little while. Just chill out for a little while. Stop making movies about superheroes nobody cares about. And, like, just chill until you're ready for Superman. Although Aquaman 2 might be okay, because Jason Momoa, Aquaman rules.
There's no breathing time, man.
No, we need breathing time. We need breathing time. Although I hope they're trying to work in a scene in Aquaman 2 where Jason Momoa jumps off a boat and swims to a dock to stop a fight from happening.
That'd be great.
Yeah, just be culturally relevant, Speaking of culturally relevant, how about this gentleman right here, huh? Our boy, Oliver Anthony, just tearing everything up. 40 million views in 2 weeks for Richmond, North of Richmond. Top of the charts for Billboard. No signing, no labels. The labels come to him, we'll give you $8 million record deal. He goes, no, thank you. I'll take my Google AdSense and my independent touring, thank you very much. It's probably not a bad idea. You've seen the movie before. You know what happens. They get this guy right out of a factory. They offer him an $8 million deal. Somehow, 10 years from now, he's on VH1 in debt and addicted to drugs. We've seen this story before. I get why he turned it down. Hard in the short term, but probably good in the long term. He put out this song, and the world went crazy for it. It seemed like pundits, like people who need a political opinion, instantly took one side or the other. The conservatives were all like, look at this, America rules. And the libs were like, hey, what's this guy, like a neo-Nazi? And everybody was like, I feel like you're putting your own spin on this song. I mean,
who called them a neo-Nazi, Sam? I think that's a little bit hyperbole on your end.
You're right, and I would never add hyperbole for the sake of humor on this show. It is a straight news show. Hot dog, you weird defensive. Are you getting defensive because you were anti Oliver Anthony and you think you put the cart before the horse a little bit?
I think Oliver Anthony is an industry plant.
Like Bobby Altoff?
Yep.
Which industry?
Same ilk.
Which industry?
A music industry plant. Look, there's so much greenery behind them.
What does that mean?
Came from that.
Trees?
Industry plant.
Oh, industry plant. Oh, they're plants. So this is just all you see here are plants.
Yeah.
Here, and here.
And
plants.
there. And
right,
there.
I gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. But you don't know which specific industry. You can't tell me that.
The music industry plant.
Oh. But he didn't sign the deal.
That's part of it.
I got you. Classic misdirection. Wouldn't it be great if you were right? Like you're just like trying to dig yourself out of a hole right now, but it's like it did turn out he was an industry plant. It's like it's very odd industry plant.
You wait 2 weeks.
Most industry plants aren't this polarizing though. He's very polarizing.
He's not polarizing. It's been just shoved down our throats now.
You haven't seen so there aren't hundreds of YouTube reviews of people watching his song and like going like, oh, this is so cringe. This is that.
Yes, because this is what happened.
Go ahead.
All of a sudden, Mr. Industry Plant right behind you, as seen with all the other plants, is getting thrown into the conservative fucking eco whatever plant manufacturing thing that they have. And they go, oh, look at this man with the, this is what's going to unite us. And he has the proper message. And this is the one non-political song. And it gets boosted. And then you finally hear it. And it goes, this isn't non-political. This is just what you guys want to hear. This is super political. This is a manufactured thing. The machine pushed it. He's independent. And I'm not saying he necessarily created as part of this, but someone chose this message and they just boosted it up. It's not even that good of a song.
So the plan was they thought it wasn't a political song, and then they realized it was.
all the comments were like, this is the one song that's going to unite us because of its message. And look how special this is, which, by the way, the song isn't that fucking deep. Bad, rich people bad. Oh, we get it.
Why don't you like it?
Because it is political, though. That's what it's. People are saying it's not political, it's going to unite us, but it's people who are saying that, or people on the right who agree with the statement because it is a politically conservative statement song.
What makes it politically conservative?
Oh, the rich people up here and the government's corrupt, but the welfare people are the ones to blame because they're taking all of our money and they're giving it to the welfare people.
What accent is that?
I don't know. That must be South of Richmond is the accent, isn't
it? Not that one you just did. Nobody in Virginia has ever spoken like that before.
No, I mean, everything he says in the song is fucking not things that you would disagree with. Politics corrupt, politicians corrupt, government bad, rich people bad.
Well, I think he's anti-corruption.
Who's pro-corruption?
It's not a. He's singing a song. I mean, the people who are pro-corruption would be the corrupt people that are in charge. That's what the song's about.
Okay. All right. Who aside from the corrupt people isn't pro-corruption?
But that's what he's saying, that the people who are in control,
which I'm with.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is the people in charge are pro-corruption because they're corrupt. Okay. For a song that, as you said, is not that deep, it seems like you're having a lot of trouble really pinpointing it.
No, I get it.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Bad people are bad. Yes, we can agree. We can all agree with that.
Right. So, but you're mad about that.
Once he starts blaming poor people about the middleman,
he doesn't blame poor people. He blames fat people, not poor people.
Fat people and poor people.
No. Fat poor people. He doesn't blame any poor people that aren't fat. It's mainly if you listen to the lyrics, because that's what I decided to do. To listen to the lyrics, he's anti-corporate corruption, anti-government corruption, and also he doesn't like fat people. Those are the kind of the three things he doesn't like. He thinks,
yes, Lord, we got folks on the street ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare.
But he's allowed to not like fat people.
No, sure. I think people just take issue with the welfare idea that a lot of people have the idea that it's the welfare people that are taking all of the government money and are messing the country for us, when it's in fact, as he also said in the song, the rich people that are doing that.
But if he said that in the song, why is it upsetting to you? Like if he clarified in the song,
yes,
that the corrupt people are the ones that I'm mad at. Also, I don't particularly like the fat people, but mainly it's the corrupt people. It's like I don't have to agree. Like I'm like the way when I really was listening to it, I was like, number one, yeah, I don't, it's not. I'm not gonna. Regardless of whether or not I like the song as a song, like, am I going to rock out to the song? I don't know. But in terms of do I agree with the song, which you could or couldn't, you don't have to. I go like, I'm not as anti-fat as he is, but the corruption stuff, I'm with him on the other stuff. And
so, so focused on the fat part. I mean, fat welfare people, because the assumption is that they're munching so much on the government teat that they're obese.
No. He wasn't being metaphorical. He's saying literally fat. He was like, he said that.
Pull this up again.
Yeah, I mean, keep going with the quote. He's talking about literal fat people. He's not talking about people who are metaphorically fat from suckling on the government teat. He's talking about people who are literally on welfare but are also fat. He doesn't like people who are fat because
the obese milking welfare.
Keep reading.
Well, God, if you're 5
No, because I don't like. Just read it.
Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds,
right?
Taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds.
That's what he said. See, he's literally giving the height and the weight, which by body mass index is fat, and he's saying, that he doesn't like that his tax dollars are being used so that they can buy chocolate fudge. Because
is that what's going on?
No, I think that he's more like, here's the overarching stuff, right? That this is all bad. We all agree on this, right? And we're all like, yes. And he's like, and for me personally, it does irk me that fat people keep buying fudge with welfare money. And I get that. For him. I mean,
you can't even, you most of the time, you can't even get hot food with welfare money. So, yeah, you're going to eat some shitty stuff and you might be obese. That is also part of it.
Okay. That's the problem then, isn't it?
Don't blame them for that.
He didn't blame anybody. He's saying he doesn't like that his welfare money is going to 5'3", heavy-set people who are buying fudge rounds. Now, I don't know what a fudge round is, but I'm assuming it's a fudge product. I'm assuming that it's primarily fudge-based and that it is not the healthiest food, that it's going to continue to make you larger, which he has stated is not his favorite thing in the world.
Aaron says now we're just talking semantics.
Well, I mean, I would say, let me look up fudge rounds.
Is this going to be the do or die, the fudge round?
Well, I think because you said it was a metaphorical thing, but I know these. Yeah, they're the Little Debbie cookies. Oh, yeah, these are not. Yeah, if you don't,
I'm sure I bought those when my family was on welfare too.
Yeah, but you are 5'3", but you're not that heavy.
I'm 5'5", excuse you. Yeah, and I was a little chunky boy.
Yeah, right. No, I see these fudge rounds. Okay, I know what he's talking about. They are. I was right, by the way. They're a fudge.
Jacob Cook.
They're a fudge-based cookie. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, he said a hot dog is a pro-welfare because his mother is a lazy illegal alien and he's an anchor baby.
Is that true?
I both are factually correct. Both are. She is a lazy illegal alien and I am an anchor baby. That is not why I am pro-welfare.
Blob says, thanks, Hot Dog, for sticking up for us fat people. Yeah, see?
You're very welcome.
I mean, I get it. I'm not saying I agree with his stance that he's anti-fat, but if he is, he is. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say that the guy's a bad person because he doesn't like fat people who like Little Debbie's. Like, and by the way, the percentage of fat people who like Little Debbie's is probably through the roof.
I mean, we're just not going to agree on this. You are focusing a lot on the fat.
Well, because that's the part that you don't like. You said you don't like that he's anti-welfare, and I'm saying he's not anti-welfare. He's anti-people being fat on welfare.
Okay. Well, the jury is still out. You know, that's what music and art is
all
true.
About. It's up to interpretation. I think this is a very healthy conversation. Because I feel like that is the key. That is the key part of the song. That everybody's like, that's the part that people are like attaching identity to. Like, that's the part where like conservatives who want to adopt him as a mascot are like, see, we don't like welfare either. And liberals who like want to say down with, you know, like they want to turn this into the next, try that in a small town, are like, see, he's talking about welfare people. And he's like, no, I just don't like fat people.
Well, until I hear it straight from his mouth and then behind the music,
I would like to interview him and go, first of all, you're not talking about metaphorically, like off the government teat. And he'd go, no.
Yes, I am.
No, I'm talking. First of all, he doesn't have a Southern accent. Second of all, he goes, no, I'm talking about literal fat people who eat cookies. It's like, oh, okay. That's what I thought. That's how I took it as. Hot Dog took it differently. That's all. It's important to have the conversation.
It's a weird thing to throw when we're talking about Richmond, North of Richmond, whatever the fuck.
No, it is weird because some of the other stuff he's talking about in the song is like super serious. Like,
I'm with you, brother.
When he's like talking about like, you know, coal miners, but then he's I'm like, oh boy, no, I know exactly what yeah. And then he's like, also these fat people, right? And I'm like, yeah, I guess.
That's literally what happened. I was listening to the song and I was like, okay, all right. And the fat people with the welfare. What? Okay.
I guess it feels like a little roping. Like you kind of roped me in on that, but okay, all right. Well, he did come forward. Did you see the new video that he put out? Because I don't know if you watched the Republican debate, right? But they are adopting him. Like the whole first 10 minutes of the Republican debate was like, question number one, how great is that song? And all the candidates had to be like, yeah, that's my jam. That's my shit. I love that shit. Like, that rules. It literally
It's so
was.
corny.
It literally was. They go, why is this speaking to America so much? And all the politicians were like, because everybody's too fat.
It's so fucking corny because like a lot of these conservatives are like, get your stuff, my politics out of your music or or shut up and dribble and all this stuff. But as soon as they find someone that they can cling on to, it's just fucking the song that's sweeping the country and this is our thing and whatever. It's like, come on.
You're mad at this song though.
I'm not. I'm not. I just take issue with that one lyric.
He doesn't like fat people, dude. I mean, so this is a video that he put out, which I enjoyed this video. It's just like he's sitting in his truck. It's raining outside, and he's just talking to us folks because he's just one of us folks. I love it.
He could be a good dude for all I know.
Not if you're fat. Not if you like those fudge rounds.
Right.
Little Debbie's probably losing their minds. Like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Fudge rounds.
If there is anything for me to address at all with you, it's that it's the one thing that has bothered me is seeing people wrap politics up into this.
See, Hot Dog, he doesn't want people to wrap politics up into this.
Too late.
I'm disappointed.
It's a damn shame, Hot Dog.
Like, it's aggravating seeing people on conservative news try to identify with me like I'm one of them. It's aggravating seeing.
So you hear that? He doesn't want people in conservative news relating to him. He's like, I ain't you. We're not the same. You like fat people. I don't like them.
Certain musicians and politicians.
Chris Christie's up there, and he's going like, yeah, I love that song. And he's like, not for you. This song's
Fudge rounds are fucking amazing. I want to get some. I want to get some now after the show.
Then earn the money for it. That's all he's saying. He doesn't like buying people fudge rounds, okay?
Sometimes it's like 50 cents. Sometimes it's the best option.
He wants you to earn it, the 50 cents on your own. He doesn't want to pay for your fudge rounds. He doesn't care if you enjoy it. He doesn't want to contribute to it. Doesn't like
focus on the rich people then, so they could pay for my fudge rounds.
He's just saying straight up, I'm tired of paying for people's fudge rounds. And I get it. I'm not trying to buy people cookies. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to get by on my own. They're trying to
tax the rich more.
Look, that's why I got to get you guys to Super Chat a lot. Because half the Super Chat money goes to people eating cookies, and I'm tired of it.
Disgusting.
It's gross.
Act like we're buddies and act like...
You know what they always say, the rich get richer, the fat get fatter, and I'm fed up with it.
Like, we're fighting the same struggle here. Like, that we're trying to present the same message. I've had a lot of people reach out to me, and I've tried to be polite to everybody, and
see,
I've talked to
not like you, Hot
hundreds
Dog,
of people the last 2 weeks.
I didn't say I hate that
like
guy.
Certain
yes,
people
you did.
want to just ride the attention of this song to maybe make them their own selves relevant, and that's aggravating as hell. The other thing that I find aggravating is, like, it was funny seeing my song in the. It was funny seeing it at the presidential debate. Because it's like, I wrote that song about those people, you know? So for them to have to sit there and listen to that, that cracks me up.
I love that energy. Like, I love when Paul Ryan ran for, like, vice president or whatever, and he was like, my favorite band's Rage Against the Machine. And Tom Morello was like, you are the machine, bitch. Like, we hate you.
Aww.
And he's like, oh, man. Yeah, we hate you. Oh, we're your favorite band? We don't like you at all. Oh.
It's great to see someone that you aspire to
love
and
that.
Have them dunk on you.
No, you suck. Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I love this guy's like, all the politicians have to be like, oh, yeah, we love that song. And he's like, yeah, fuck you guys. And you're like, oh. I love that. That I love. What's not to love about that?
It's like if Stone Cold came out and was like, that's Sam Roberts, that stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah, imagine if he was like, I want to say I support all my fans except for Sam Roberts. Oh, man.
I got something for you.
He's laughing at him.
But it was funny kind of seeing the response to it. Like, that song has nothing to do with Joe Biden, you know? It's a lot bigger than Joe Biden.
See, Hot Dog?
Why don't see hot
Because you
dog
got
me.
mad because you thought he was disrespecting your guy.
I never mentioned Joe Biden. Joe Biden's not my guy, dude.
You love Joe Biden and Corn Pop.
That Corn Pop is a bad dude.
Well,
So
that's a
I
bad
can't
dude.
stand
No,
by
that
him.
is a bad dude. Come on, man.
That song's written about the people on that stage, and a lot more too. Not just them, but definitely them. It's cool seeing some of my other music come out because people are, I guess, starting to appreciate and understand what it is I'm really trying to say. It's hard to get a message out about your political ideology.
So he goes on, and then he also brings up the fact that, like, he ain't any fan of the people with a liberal agenda either. But having a political agenda is something that he's anti. So it's really going to be fun to see. I mean, I think that that's why a lot of people are kind of relating to what he's doing. But it is going to be fun to see the people who are like, because everybody that makes a living just digging their feet into one side or the other has either declared our boy Oliver Anthony a friend or an enemy. So it's going to be fun to see going into next week, if he's still around, if he's still popular, where they land on him. Why are you rolling your eyes, hot dog? What is you?
Making him, who's making him an enemy?
You're saying that there aren't people on YouTube making videos being like, this guy sucks. I literally just watched Hassan Piker do a thing about him. I just watched him do it. What am I like?
Okay, one person.
Oh, you're right. And what kind of audience does Hassan Piker have? You're totally right. Yeah, no, I'm making it up. There's been no anti Richmond North
there's definitely
of
been
Richmond.
Anti. There has been, yes. But only because it's so corny how it's been pushed. And it's just like, okay, it's not that big of a fucking deal. Relax. He's not Beyonce.
He's Beyonce to the anti-fat crowd. You don't.
He's not even that.
How
He's not in great shape.
You don't know. He's got a big beard. You can't tell.
Just in there.
You are a hater, dude.
I'm not a hater. I'm a reactionary. That's different.
How is it corny that people are like blindly supporting him, but it's not corny that people are blindly hating him?
Because I had to hear this song through fucking every political person on Twitter and on Joe Rogan, and talking about how deep and inspiring and really resonates with the country. It's a song. It doesn't resonate. It's not a fucking crazy thing.
It's not a crazy thing for a dude to just put a song up on YouTube, get 40 million views, and get #1 on Billboard. That's not crazy.
Because he's an industry plant.
I forgot.
You forgot about that,
honestly, like, you're anti-Oliver. I was worried that my anti-DCU rant was too ridiculous because it wasn't backed up by enough facts. But that is coming across like I could write the Bible after this anti-Oliver Anthony nonsense that you're spewing based on nothing.
I don't think I'm anti him.
All you've been doing is hating on him.
And I also said the song is good except for that one line.
KB says hot dog is a plant. No, hot dog is a weed. Oh.
I just said it's not that crazy.
Who planted him?
The industry.
For what purpose?
To get us going.
You think
he's provocative.
You think the goal of quote unquote the industry is to quote get us going?
Yes, of course.
This is
the thing they wake up.
This is
up every day.
This
Sam?
is the red pill version of hot dog. This is as deep and philosophical. Like when hot dog is really using his brain to really uncover the truth. He goes, "There's just this group. They're called the industry, and they like to get us going." Comment?
You don't think someone woke up and was like they found the guy on YouTube? Yes, and they were like, "Oh, let's boost this thing up and let's get people going."
Who?
The industry. Want me to name names? I name names. I get in trouble.
Soros?
I don't know.
George Soros is an owner of Taylor Swift's catalog. Maybe he's trying to get Oliver Anthony's too. I don't know.
It could be a false flag.
Do you even know what a false flag means?
It could be a false flag, as in Soros planted this guy to get the right going.
Justin
Then
Sanchez,
get the left going.
Justin Sanchez says Hot Dog must be hanging out with Troy. Yes, but like not a lot, right? Like he's just picking up. Like he just thinks Troy's cool, but he only gets to hang out with Troy like once every 3 weeks. So he just tries to say what he thinks Troy would say, but with none of the research.
Hot Dog, okay. I do not want to say that.
I see what Jacob said. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you do. I think you do. You're a bad guy. You know, you are. You're a bad person. You're a bad person. You know, let's skip the GTA 6 interrupter. You see this guy, my hero? Just interrupting in wrestling sweatshirts, saying, "Where's GTA 6?" Because I wanna bring you guys up to speed. You know, part of something that I like to do is to bring wrestling to the mainstream and to find like classic wrestling matches that I feel like you don't have to be a wrestling fan to enjoy. And sometimes you never know. I saw this video today on YouTube. It's from, I believe, I don't have a lot of information on it other than what's in the title, but I believe that it's from Summer Bash, Rhode Island. So Summer Bash, I'm assuming it's in Rhode Island because we got some thick Massachusetts accents in this video. And you can see here, they set up this ring. It's out in a field. This is actually the same location that Oliver Anthony filmed his music video in.
It's the same set, Sam.
It is.
That's what you
I'm
mean.
sorry. It's the same set. It's false flag operation. And yet they set up this ring, and it's like, it's not quite backyard wrestling because they have a full ring set up, and these are adults. But also, it's got less of an audience than most backyard wrestling matches traditionally do. I'm assuming this man is Australian. He's got the Australian flag draped on him for some reason. I don't know what his name is, but he's going to be in a match tonight against Dirty Donnie Rotten, according to the title of the video. Dirty Donnie Rotten. Do you know Dirty Donnie Rotten, Hot Dog?
I've been following him for quite some time.
Okay, so you're a fan.
Mm-hmm.
He hates fat people. Here's the entrance.
Till that rotten. Did you say rotten? Donnie Rotten, that's it.
See, the referee has Hawaiian shorts.
Chill out.
I'm still gonna muster up enough energy enough thunder to kick his goddamn ass!
So, this gentleman's plan is to kick his goddamn ass. And he doesn't have an Australian accent, so I'm not sure if he's an expat or I don't know, or maybe he's just a supporter. Don't know.
Trying to get that heel hook.
He is.
Kill him.
He's a foreign menace. Dirty Don. Okay. So here's the audience.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
That's more than I thought.
Not good. Not good right there. Oliver Anthony would hate this person. Yeah, so we got a tire swing over here. We got a little children's castle right there. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people in the house ready to witness history as Dirty
That's a
Donnie
good house.
Rotten. Yeah, it's a pretty good house. That's what Dirty Donnie Rotten. He was backstage going, "Hey guys, you're welcome for the house."
Backstage behind the trees.
Yeah, I mean, I use this term backstage very liberally. Okay, there's the music playing.
Don't kick that ring. He's gonna kick you like you kicked that ring, boy.
Okay, so you can see here, Dirty Donnie Rotten actually has a valet. And there he is, tights,
Baby
vest.
face.
Yeah, I guess he's the hometown hero.
I'm also the Whaley City Festival champion of the heavy pro wrestling champion.
Right. Pro wrestling champion.
Biggest moves.
Is this title officially recognized as a world title?
It is a world championship, yeah.
You run your mouth on me. All right, hun? Woo!
Okay, I don't. That's him. He goes, "You run your mouth on me, hon." Woo! And then she goes, "Let's do it." Like, what? Huh? This is wrestling. Oh,
I hope you
He's making sure the referee has checked both participants.
They're so loud. They can't call any spots.
Also, I believe, well, that's Israel. I believe the bell was it sounded like it came from the same speakers as the music. So it would appear it was like a YouTube sound effect of a radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guy's beating up the elderly.
Oh, side headlock takedown. Brings him down to the mat. Good catch can style. Oh, reversal into a pin. He's on the rope, it looked like. Very small ring. The confines of the ring, hot dog. Very, very small. It's going to be difficult. Oh, he's got it. Only 2. A 2 count there by Dirty Donnie Rotten as his opponent has him locked in that side headlock. He's rolling him over again. Multiple early pinfall attempts by Dirty Donnie, hot dog.
A technical masterpiece right now that they're displaying.
Catch can at its best. As the Aussie in the green
Keep your boyfriend in check, hun.
retreats to the outside of the ring. You're not supposed to do commentary while they talk. You're supposed to lay out while they talk. You're always supposed to lay out if they're talking. Okay, looks like Dirty Donnie Rotten. He's in a double leg reversal. Oh, back to the side headlock now.
Get a good look at that, Mr.
Oh, he didn't see that coming. Armbar. Wrenching away on the arm. All right, I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Where's the hard cam here?
This is hard cam. It's one shot.
I see a lot of other cameras there that aren't being utilized.
No, that's true. We don't have those angles right now. Okay. So here we go. Oh, it looks like the referee. I'm going to rewind a little bit. Let's get a replay on that.
Come on, be clean.
The referee literally is wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, I was going to mention.
Oh, look at that. Referees count. Get him off the ropes, ref. Get him off the ropes. That's ridiculous. Oh, and it looks like the valet just hit the Aussie directly in front of the referee.
I thought she was a babyface.
Well, the referee turned around after the hit. Big
Jump it up. It was a girl.
kick to the face. And it looks like Dirty Donnie. Vader bomb to the back. Goes for the cover. This could be it. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Watch this. Watch this. Okay.
Struggling for the position here.
See, what has happened here is somehow in dragging his knee, he legit popped his knee.
Oh.
And so you'll see that the kicks start to get much more physical because this turns into what we call in the business a shoot.
Oh, no. Did they work themselves?
Watch this.
Do you see this? Look, he's cheating. Come on, Ralph.
Do you hear him mumbling? Get off the fucking knee. Get off my fucking knee. Get off my fucking knee, man. Leave my fucking knee alone. And I heard something crack. I don't know if that's, I really hope that's not his knee. Listen.
The man's calling an audible right here.
Listen.
Come on, Ralph. Get him, Donnie.
Oh, no.
Listen. Shh. Listen. Do you hear him? Get the fuck off of me. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Get off my fucking knee.
He's punching him for real. Fuck off.
Fucking asshole, get the fuck off of me.
Okay. Now I see why you pulled this clip.
He's pissed. This dude is furious. He's furious because Donnie won't let go of his knee.
That just made the first 3 minutes completely worth
Okay. You didn't know. You always got to trust me.
No.
You didn't.
No, you were
All right, is he just playing a weird wrestling clip? No. Get the fuck off my knee. Get off.
Son of a bitch, you better get you fucking shoot, motherfucker. You think it's fucking game, don't you? Hey, all right, bring your phone.
He's so furious at him.
He won't let let go.
And but he's not selling at all. He's still selling everything. He's like, you piece of shit. You get off my knee. You think this is a game? He's just pissed at him. But he can't get out of the fake submission hold. So he's just stuck. All he can do is sit there with his legs crossed. It's not painful, except he is stuck. So all he can do is curse at him and tell him to knock it off.
One, hold it, Ron, you stupid fuck.
Listen to him. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Son of a bitch, you better get. You fucking shoot, motherfucker. You think this fucking game, don't you?
Hey, all right, come on, break it. Break this fucking game.
You even have to fucking hold it wrong, you stupid fuck.
He said, you even have the hold in wrong, you stupid fuck.
Okay, well,
He said,
one,
you have it in wrong, you stupid fuck.
the guy is so committed and so into this match. The other guy that he still can't tell that this is now his shoot.
He's
This
still
is not.
he's, Dirty Donnie's still selling. He's like, I'm gonna get you on. He's like, you piece of shit. You suck. You're doing it wrong, you asshole.
He just thinks this is some grade A trash talking.
Yeah, and this guy's totally given up.
And he's just like, keep it going, keep it going. It's so good.
Do you have any predictions on how this ends?
Well, no, I don't. But
Okay, 'cause
I do
I've seen
blame
it.
I blame the Aussie. I mean, the rep is right there. The rep should be the one, throwing up that X and saying, hey, man, this guy's injured.
The referee is still selling it too. You won. Two. Do you quit? Do you quit? He's like, this fucking asshole. He's so pissed.
Fuck off!
Oh my God.
Dude, what the fuck?
He kicked him in the face. For real. Watch this again.
You fucking shoot, motherfucker. Come on, dude. You think this fucking game, don't you?
Hey, all right, come on, break it. Break this fucking game.
You even have to
One,
fucking hold it wrong,
two.
you stupid fuck. Fuck off!
There.
Okay, watch this.
Oh!
Dude, what the fuck?
Oh, who's the guy?
Hey, hey,
Fucking pop my knee. Kick me in the fucking face, dude. Let's fucking play wrestling.
Did you hear? You kicked me in the fucking face, dude. This is play wrestling. He just
These guys do not. These guys are just melting right now. They don't know how to keep it professional.
called it play wrestling. Exposed the business.
I mean,
It's play wrestling. What are you doing?
yeah, I gotta see that again.
Let's fucking play wrestling.
You're a disgrace to the sport.
How is he?
Just legit kick Donnie in the face for no reason whatsoever.
Fucking piece of shit.
I wasn't even
Fucking
playing
play wrestling, you
until you
fucking
started
piece of
shooting
shit.
me.
Look at this guy.
Fucking rest hold, dude.
Did you hear the last word? It was a fucking rest hole, dude. Oh.
I mean, a lot went wrong here. The guy should have maybe used his words a little bit better instead of just, so you fucking piece of shit. Maybe communicate, hey, I'm legit injured. End the match.
Tap out
Something.
immediately.
Tap out immediately.
Dirty Donnie
yeah.
wasn't hearing it though. Dirty Donnie didn't want nothing to do with it.
And also, if this was all choreographed and the guy taps out, I don't understand wouldn't the guy already be able to tell that this went wrong because this wasn't part of the plan?
He just kicked me in the face for no reason. Carly
He
J's
was holding it until he actually fucking tapped. Okay.
Carly J's pissed. How dare he expose the business by calling it play wrestling? Oh,
That's what happened during Brad versus Sean, right?
that was it. That was it. They're playing it out. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Every super chat gets read. That's the rule here on Sam Roberts Now. Every super chat will be read. I just see Bry B says, Sammy, this wasn't a super chat, so I shouldn't even be addressing it. But he said, Sammy B. Muffins, you played the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game yet? I spent about 2 hours playing that game last night. It rules.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's super fun. It's all online play, so it's like a multiplayer game. It's like, I think there's 4 victims and 3 killers. And everybody's playing, like the computer there's no AI in it. So it's like you sign up at the beginning. Do you want to be one of the killers or do you want to be one of the victims? And then the victims have to escape the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house and property. And the killers have to go hunt him down.
that's very cool.
It's super fun. It's super fun. I haven't won yet. I got close last night. I got real close, but then I started rushing. I got sloppy. So. All right. Let's get to these super chats. Every super chat will be read tonight. Every super chat will at least be acknowledged, I should say. Six Crow, quote, remember my fireflies, as always, I light the way, and all you have to do is let me in. Yep. Yep. You think we're going to get a Bray Wyatt tribute tonight on SmackDown? I think so.
Of course. Oh, yeah, of course.
We should. Huge loss. Again, if you missed it at the top of the show, I'll be on the Notsam Wrestling channel. I think I'm going to do a special podcast. Maybe tomorrow I'll do just a straight Bray Wyatt podcast. Like on Monday, we'll do a regular Notsam Wrestling, but I think Bray probably deserves his own full length podcast. So yeah, that'll go up. Pinky Schultz, F, Mary, Kill, Sam and Hot Dog. Mugshots of Trump, Rudy, and Meadows. I didn't even think of. We should have talked about that. What a great week for mugshots, huh? We really should have talked about mugshots.
I am going to choose, even though it wasn't mentioned, the one chick that was smiling in the mugshots.
Like the movie Smile?
Hot. Yeah, she was pretty hot.
She looked nuts.
That's what I like.
Yeah. I'll probably probably get rid of Meadows, F the Trump mugshot, and marry the Rudy mugshot. I don't know. Cubic Chimp, thank you very much for the contribution. Not Sam Lehman, I read your super chat when we were talking about the topic. Mike D, if Blue Beetle had Hugh Grant and an awkward boy. I love that movie about a boy. Oh, you ever seen that movie? First of all, About a Boy did not have $100 million budget. That was About a Boy is just as good a movie as you're possibly going to get. Six Crow, Blue Beetle was made to go straight to Max, but it was so good they tried the theater first. I don't believe it. There's no way they spent $100 million making a movie to go straight to Max.
But yeah, that might have been like the cop out.
Yeah, I don't think it's in the non-pandemic world, I don't think so. Not in mine. Because
Blue Beetle's not going to get you extra subscribers. No one's subscribing for Blue Beetle.
Nobody's even ever heard of that. They don't know what that is. Bry B says Sam should stream Chainsaw. You think I should stream it?
The game? Oh yeah, I would love for you to fucking stream a game. Yeah, remember that was a plan a while ago.
Yeah, that was when we were at home all the time.
Yeah,
I don't even know how. I
made a nice graphic for you. I still got it. If you need
you
it.
Did?
Yeah,
I forgot. Would I have to move the PlayStation over into the studio though?
You can figure it out. You can get some super chats in there. We'll make it worth it.
All right. I would do it. I would stream Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's a fun game.
Anytime you play, you should stream.
Because I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Yeah, can be for free.
That's right. That's right. Poodlerific. Does anyone have moments of flatulence in the studio or only Jim? Anyone else? I think only Jim. I really do think only Jim. It's very rare when anybody else does.
Everyone else has a tight butthole.
That's right. Not Sam Lehman. I am sad that this musician does not like myself or E-Rock. He's talking about Oliver Anthony.
He's fat.
Bo knows zombies. This super chat is only for getting Hot Dog some fudge rounds. Get that little fella fed. Okay. All right. So you're the anti-Oliver Anthony.
Feed me.
B-Herb, F, Mary, Kill for Hot Dog. Catwoman, played by Michelle Pfeiffer. Holly Berry or Zoe Kravitz?
Let me look at the Michelle Pfeiffer one real quick. Hold
That
on.
was
hold
the
on.
Tim Burton one from, what was that, like 1992? Where she had all the stitches all over the outfit?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she was a baddie.
Right. Yeah, she
I'm
was.
gonna go. I'm gonna kill her though. I'm gonna kill Michelle.
Ouch.
I'm going to fuck Hallie and then marry Zoe.
You said marry Zoe like you were in love. Marry Zoe.
She's beautiful.
Yeah. Javi Silva says, are you buying the Midnight Express set pack that Jim Cornette is selling on his website? A little too rich for my blood. It's like $1,000, isn't it? I don't think I'm gonna grab. It's a little. It's cool. It's limited. A little too rich for my blood. Ryan Palladino, is Junior Mint coming to Spotify soon? Only if you'll stream it while you're sleeping. I'm trying to make that cash. Trying to get that money. Maybe I can be the new Oliver Anthony. Who knows? Could be good.
Ooh, a non-political political statement.
He said it's non-political.
Yeah, but who are you gonna attack in your song?
That's right. Can't be Fats. He already did that. I guess sick people,
That's a good demo.
right? Sick
That'll get the
people
people going.
Sick people who don't help their own immune systems.
And the sick people in their welfare.
I've noticed that you've toned down the accent since I mocked you for it.
Well, you're a rich man north of Richmond, so you don't get the accent.
That's probably what it is. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit like on this video. You guys are the best. We will see you again very soon. Have a good night.